Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you're well. We're back in Misty Marsh today. I'm going to be working on this bottom habitat that I have put flamingos in. Not happy with some of this, I'll be honest, so I am going to do some rejigging. First thing I want to do is apologise for my last couple of episodes. I don't think they've been great. I don't think my commentating has been particularly good. Very tired and worn out at the moment. That's my only excuse, and so I apologise if the last two episodes have not been my best. I don't know. Maybe I've just worn myself out a little bit recently. It's been a tough couple of weeks, but there we go. Excuses aside, let's get back on track with this one. So first thing I wanted to do here, actually the first thing I wanted to do is just thanks for your support and your comments so far on this new zoo. Everyone seems to be enjoying it. I just got a comment today on the episode 7, I think it is. So quite a few episodes ago now, saying about having reptiles in the bottom habitat, which is this one down here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a reptile into this with the flamingos as well. Why not? I think that's a great idea. Make use of the water. First thing I want to do though, because I'm not happy with this pathway here, I want to know if you can get the path any closer to the water than it is at the moment. How high? Yes. So yeah, I can get it significantly. Oh, but not over there. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, let's. I'm going to do some deleting because I'm not entirely happy with this. I don't like my custom stuff either. I'll keep that bit there for now. This is no good. I'm getting rid of that. Let's try again, shall we? So let's come over here. Let's just see how close to the water can it be. Yeah, so it can be there, but I've got to be careful about where it goes. Okay, fine. Let's just get rid of, actually let's get rid of tunneling. Let's get rid of railings. Because I want it to be close to the water. That's the main thing. Let's get rid of angle snapping. Here we go. This is looking a bit more like what I imagined. Let's see, how can I do that? A gentle slope or steps? I think steps might look good actually. I quite like that. And then I think what I'll try and do here is the same. So if I do let's just see, I need that to be, I don't want it to connect, so let's just go here. And let's, oh actually there we go. Is it gonna, it's gonna make some nice steps. There we go. Yeah, there we go. I didn't need to customize it. I tell you what I do need to do is put some railing on the steps at least. Good. Okay, that's a little bit more like what I imagined, a bit closer to the water there. Good. Okay. So, so what I don't think I've done well in the last couple of episodes is really try to explain what I'm trying to achieve. So that's what I want to do more of in my commentating. Sometimes when you're playing and trying to talk at the same time, you get carried away with the playing and you forget to talk. And I think that's what I've done a bit too much of recently. Lots of long silences and maybe not explaining what I'm trying to do all the time. Which is kind of why you guys watch the videos, I imagine, is sort of, you know, getting inside my head to learn my thought processes. I mean, my head is a scary place, so I'm not too sure you want to be in there really, but there we go. So what I want to do here, I want to make it feel like you're right on the waterfront. So this, I want this edge. Oh, do you know what I could do? Instead of having a custom railing, I could just do, let's do this. Let's do a custom edge, but without rails. So let's. So it really feels like you can almost just lean down and touch the water, basically. So what I'm thinking is we need something that goes into the water to make a solid edge to the path. So we can use a nice rustic stone piece like this. Let's see, is that? Yeah, that's all on the level. That's fine. Yeah. So I can I can do something. Let's use a non-grid piece if I can. Let's go non-grid. Right, let's bring it up. Oh, hang on, have I got a line to surface? I do. Let's bring it up. Let's create a piece, I think this wide. Let's combine these. Oops. And that piece. Right, let's make it thicker, because what I want to do essentially is make a flower bed. So something about that sort of thickness. Then let's just come into here and try and find a little beam piece that I can use. Now that's 2 meters. I wonder if I can just put in 1 meter. Is there a nice 1 meter piece that I can use here to make an end? Yeah, here we go. Let's do something like this. So we'll bring that. Actually, let's do it like this. Doesn't really matter what the bottom looks like. I quite like. Actually, I could kind of do it. Let's go. Okay, let's do this. Let's bring this lot back in. Okay, that looks good. And then let's copy this. Whoa. Oh my word, is the whole thing wonky? Oh man, how has that happened? Right, do you know what? Let's start again. That's annoying, isn't it? Right, let's get the beam in. Is this land flat? I don't know. Let's get rid of all snapping. Let's start again. We know what we're doing. We're getting 3 of these side by side. Something like that. Right. Let's just, let's combine them before we go any further. Now let's come back to here. And let's find our stone piece. So just below that. And let's just go in like that. And like that. So that goes to there. And to there. And then I can duplicate that sideways. There we go. Good. Right. So now, hopefully, we've got a nice nature piece that will fit in there. I'm just wondering if that sort of thing is an option. Actually, that looks really nice. There we go. That's cool. Let's do this. Let's just bring this in and just make it a little bit shorter. Like that. I'm just going to have to maneuver this just a tiny bit so you don't get that graphical glitch in, and I'll do it both ways. And then, yeah, we're still getting a little bit of graphical glitch in, so I've just got to do the height as well. Just a tiny, tiny bit. And there we go. We have our first little flower pot, essentially. So then you need to try and get some nice bits in it. Actually, no, I probably want to maneuver it first, because obviously I don't want it just copied and pasted with the same flowers in, do I? So I need to get it in position and then look at adding flowers in afterwards. So it needs to cover up that. So we'll do it. It's a little bit tricky just here, actually. I'll tell you what I'll do. I've got an idea what I can do at the end there. Let's get that in there first. And then we're just gonna kind of slide it along, maneuver it a little bit each time, overlap it a bit. I don't mind that. Or do I? How do I want it to look? No, that's fine actually. I'll do it like this. Try and make it as realistic as I can. This is all a bit tricky here. The angle isn't great. Going to end up with a bit of a hole, but again, I can do something in there. I can do like a raised pot or something, can't I? Might look quite nice. Okay, let's bring that one in. Something like that. There we go. So now we've got some nice pieces at the end. So what I could do in here is, hopefully there, I think somewhere there are some nice big sort of artificial stones. Or am I imagining that? Let's keep going. It's got to be here somewhere. It's assuming it's called stone. Yeah, this is what I had in mind. Look at these. Can I change the colours? I can. See, they just look kind of cool, don't they, these pieces? What have we got? Actually, I favorited them, so I should have. Yeah, I should have gone with my favourite list. Right, what do I want them to look like? Maybe a bit, yeah, a little bit paler, I think. So what I can do, I can probably do one kind of at the bottom of the stairway here. I think this is one of the things that it won't necessarily work until you've kind of done it all. You won't quite appreciate what it looks like, I don't think. I think I do one in this middle bit as well here. Kind of blend it into the wood like that. Yeah, I think that looks good. And then do I want to do small ones or do I not? No, I think those bits are fine. I don't like that one actually. I think it might look better covering up the wood completely. Maybe flat like that would look better. Yeah, I think that's nice. Actually, it's worked out nicely having two on each side like that. Cool. Okay, good. Now around the bottom, I'll do some more rocks. Just a thin layer like this. Okay, something like that. We'll get to that bit later on. Lovely stuff. That looks nice. Actually, I should probably do a bit of that around the back. What have we got going on here? I wonder, could I do... What if I could do something with them over here as well, actually? I reckon I can. I think that will look quite nice back here. Something like that. Get another one here, and then I can move the rock. Like so. Lovely. And then let's just get a few more rocks in at the back here to fill the gap. Like so. And something in here as well. Good. Okay, so we've got a little bit of coverage there as well with some nice plants. I just want to hide the edge of this this pathway back here. So let's just get a bit of rocks in there. Lovely stuff. Right, now what do we want to put in here? Let's go with ferns first. So how ferny do I want it to look? I'm going to go with very ferny. So let's just get some of these in. I might just do a couple sort of down on the rocks as well. Down in the water. So I want it to look really nice and jungly down around here. Like so. Good, good, good. Let's get some back here as well. Didn't mean to add it to the group. Okay, now, is there going to be any room for some big mummers like that? Don't know. We'll get to that later. Right, what else have we got that we could put down in these tubs? Hang on, let's get a line to surface gone. So, yeah, some of this stuff, because it just looks awesome. And then, what else have we got? I want something with a bit of height to it as well. Actually, let's go. Look, we've got this stuff, which is a bit wider, and I know it's not a water plant, but it does look really nice when you sink it in the water. And then you've got this one as well, which again, I think it just kind of works as a little water plant. It shouldn't, but it kind of does. Excellent. Now I can definitely do with I reckon a nice tree fern. Actually, I could get a tree fern kind of growing in the gap there. That looks nice. And then maybe a small one in this gap. Yeah, that adds a nice bit of height to it, doesn't it? I don't want to hide the wall completely. Let's go bracken. Let's just see if there's... Yeah, I mean, look at that. It's just gorgeous stuff, isn't it? Let's get a bit of this down in here. I've actually just been doing a bit of gardening in my own garden today because I'm still off work at the moment, looking after my girlfriend and my little girl. And so yeah, I've got a lot of enthusiasm for plants today. So yeah, we've got this little woodland area out the back of our house. We've got a gate in the back fence which leads into the woodland, and it's not our woodland. We don't own it, but no one else owns it really. It's council owned, but no one else uses it, and it's just like there's a little pathway through it to the next area along, if that makes sense. Kind of it leads to a car park, but it leads to like a big heath area, and so there's this little pathway that's cut through it, which is purely for the use of our houses, because it doesn't go anywhere else. So it's our job to sort of look after that pathway, and that's what I've been doing today. It's just getting out there and doing some clearing and trying to maintain it and make it look nice. And yeah, it's going really well actually. So I'm very happy with that. And so it's put me in the gardening mood. You know, I try not to do too much gardening when I'm off work, but when it needs doing, it needs doing. Right. I'm just going to put a bit of ivy on here. I don't want too much. Just a bit. You know, I'm just going to add this to this just because it's the easiest way of... Actually, no, it's not. It's not going to work like that. What do I need? I need a line to surface. There we go. That's how I need to do it. Let's go up like this. And then let's get... No, that's too big. Let's go with this small one again. No. There we go. Good. That's looking quite nice. I feel like it could do with something else. Let's have a look. What have we got? I think I know what it needs. It needs something a bit exotic like this, I reckon. Oh, let's get rid of that. don't know, what do you think? I don't want it completely sort of blocked, but I do want the whole thing down here to feel really jungly. So as you walk down in here, you can see through, but it's not kind of really open, is the idea. Which I think we are getting there. And I love stuff like this. I know they're more sort of beach palms rather than jungle palms, but they just look cool, don't they? So yeah, I'm going for it. You know what? I'm going for it. That, unfortunately, is a bit too close to the stairway there. That's a bit better. I am going to try and put an island in the middle here. Got a bit of a hole in here, actually, haven't we? Let's have a look. I'm just wondering if there's anything like I can do. So these things look great like this, kind of hanging on the rocks. You don't really need, yeah, you don't really need to see the base of them. They look at that; they just look like this sort of swampy stuff growing on the rocks. I just think that looks so cool. Don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that works? Obviously, I can do a little bit of tilting in places as well, like this one. I think probably needs to be tilted a bit, and then I can just move it back up in there. Oh, that looks really nice. I love it, kind of growing out of the rocks like that. That does look nice. Look at that, it's kind of growing right on the pathway. Really makes it feel jungly coming down there now. Excellent, love it. And I'll continue that sort of stuff around the rest of this as well, but I'm just focusing on this bit at the moment. Let's just come back in here actually. Let's get here we go. Let's just get a couple of these, I think, in here. Let's get a small one. There we go. Have we got any more gaps? We probably have. Let's just get a couple more of these put in. Okay, and how about these ones at the back? Again, let's just get a couple in. Vary up the foliage a bit. There we go. Good stuff. That's nice. That's much more like I envisaged it looking. Right, so we need to get the other animal in now. I think I know what I want. Let's see if I can remember what it's called. I don't think it's a salamander. Oh, actually, what have we got here? No. I'll recognise it when I see it. I just cannot remember what it's called. It's not a snake. It's a lizard. No. That's not right. That's why I had salamander in my head, but it's not. Where are we? Come on. I know you're here somewhere. Komodo dragon. No. Similar, but no. It's a small one of them. There we go. The Nile monitor. I think this is the one I was thinking of. Let's see. Is this the swimming one? Yes. Water requirement. Nile monitor. Yeah, I think this was the one that I was after. So let's go with that. Let's get a few of these in. Let's get 4 of them in for now. Right, and while they're on their way, let's just have a go at building an island in here. So that's the kind of shape I'm going for, like that. Actually, let's just check their traversable area, make sure they can still get around. Obviously, he can't, obviously, because I've put them on an island. Okay, they can get around. They can't quite get underneath there. So let's just maneuver this a bit more like that. There we go. They can go around both ways. Good. Right, now let's come back to here and try and create a slope. I think that's your basic shape. There we go. So yeah, so now they should, hopefully, and hopefully these new guys can as well, get up there onto the island. Good, and they can go under there as well, which is good. Excellent. Right, so that's our basic shape, but let's just make that look a bit nicer, shall we? Let's get some extra bits just showing in here, just to try and disguise that shape a little bit. Okay, good stuff. I don't really want this end looking too perfect, but I don't mind that actually. That looks all right. Let's just check. Yeah, they're good. They can still get around both sides. They can get up onto it. Excellent. Okay, so that's going to need some foliage. Obviously, I'll do a load of foliage in the water. Let's see. Oh, yes, good. They're swimming now. That's good to see. I want actually this water itself. I think I want it to be really transparent, really clean water, so you can see the animals nicely from up here. Let's just double check them. Good. Yeah, brilliant. So yeah, so as you're walking down here, let's see what does it look like now. Looks good. Yeah, I like it. You feel like you're right next to the animals here now, which is exactly what I wanted. So I'm going to do some more bracken, I think, in here, but first I will go through the water and put in some of my usual grassy stuff, because that stuff always looks good. Let's do next though, let's get this fountain area looking good. So we just need to cover up the end piece like that. Didn't do a very good job of that, did I? Because you can still see a bit there. Okay, and then this end as well. Cool. Okay, that looks nice. Right, so now I need to just come into here and find these little rock pieces that I used. Was it in there that I used it, or was it somewhere else? Where did I use them? I'm sure I used them somewhere where I could then borrow them. No. No, I don't know. It's that, basically. That's the bit I want. I want it over here. I want it aligned to surface. And I want it in here. Like that. And then I'm going to, there we go, cut that off. Yeah, let's try and make this look really nice and full up with these rocks. And then I can kind of do the same at the bottom. There's a nice slope here actually, which looks really good. I think that looks really nice actually. Kind of just spread these rocks down here. I don't think they will upset traversable areas, but what I'll do is then blend them with some nice grasses so they all kind of go together. Look at that. That looks really good actually. So I might even just keep them going a little bit along here, along the sea floor or river floor, I suppose it is. Just a little bit, just like this. Right, that is my phone telling me that my half hour is up. Yeah, and then when I put the grasses in, that'll all kind of blend together nicely. So I'll do a bit more rock work under here. I don't really want supports on this path. I want to use rocks to make it look much more natural. So that's my plan there. Still got all of this area to look at, try and work out how I'm going to do that. And this stream, of course, down the side here, which I think is going to look fantastic. So that's something to work on as well. And at some point, I've got to let some people into the zoo. So all of that will happen, or some of that will happen in the next episode. Like I say, I'm not rushing this zoo. I'm taking my time. I'm correcting things. If there's things I'm not happy with, I'm going to go back and I'm going to make them better. I'm still not finished with all this as well. I still want to do more foliage along here. I want these pathways to look really nice and overgrown. And like all around here, get some more ferns and stuff in. So there's still, I'm going to come and go basically. I'm going to sort of keep manoeuvring around the zoo until I'm happy with stuff. Anyway, let's leave it there. So thank you so much for joining me. I do hope this episode has been better than my previous couple. And hopefully I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, do take care. Bye for now.